Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a couple of helpers with me, and we are about to head into IKEA. Today we are looking for splurges, things that may cost a little bit more but are totally worth the cost for your creative space. All right, let's go. Normally, we think of IKEA as a great place to save money, and I do think it is a fabulous place to save money and find some awesome storage solutions, especially for your office or craft room or creative space. But there are a few splurge-worthy items, some higher priced items that I think are really worth it and can really make a huge difference in your space. Several of them that are on my personal wish list for my future craft space in the basement of my house. So let's go up and take a look and see what we can find. First thing we came across was the Bekant sit and stand desk. So these are so awesome for an office or a craft space. This is an electronic desk, which makes it super easy to work. You saw the price tag, $4.59. There is a button on the side that makes it go up and down. So all you have to do, press it, it goes down to the perfect height for you. If you are a crafter that likes to sit sometimes, stand other times, this is an awesome solution. The only negative that I can see with this desk is that there's no storage directly on the desk. So you'd have to come up with some drawers, something like that, to go on the side and hold all of your goodies. But how fun to be able to change the height of your desk. I think it would be super useful in a creative space. In the same line as that desk would be this shelving unit. So this is a metal shelving unit. It has shelves that have this faux wood finish and this mesh look on the side, very industrial looking and really, really sturdy. What I really appreciated were the depths of the shelves and just the overall size of the piece. I also love that you can put these hooks on the side. Can you imagine getting a bunch of those hooks and all of the extra storage you could put together in your space just using the side of that shelving unit? It is amazing. So $279, a little bit pricier, but I really, really like the look of them. I think I would probably opt for the white just because I prefer white in my craft space, but you could also pick up one of these and spray paint it a fun color. That would be a lot of fun. Another feature I like is that you can adjust the shelves on the inside, which is great. And the adjusting of the shelves is kind of hidden. It's like back in the corner, so you don't have these big pegs that stick out. Okay, let's head back to look at another sit and stand desk. This one is more expensive. It is a little more heavy duty, so the legs are more significant. It has this button that lowers it and raises it. You can see it's very easy to work. Be careful if you have kids because they will love, love, love working with it. I love how they have this filing cabinet right underneath, so it's easy to have some of your favorite office supplies, things like that. But I love the steady motion of these. Again, this is definitely on my wish list, a little pricier, so something to save up for. And we definitely have a pattern with the matching storage unit. So I love this cabinet storage. These are all metal storage units. My favorite part about this is the area at the top where it has this little lip, because I feel like even if you have a small space, this would come in so handy. Maybe you don't even have a whole dedicated craft room. You just need a place to organize the craft supplies you do have. I like that it's behind closed doors. The drawers underneath come in really handy. These shelves are adjustable. These pull out a good ways. It's a good depth. You're going to be able to fit a ton in this cabinet. It is a beautiful color. Gotta love these soft closed drawers. Always fun. Beautiful color. I like the labeling system available on the front. And it's just so nice to have an area on the top where you can also store other pieces. They also have this piece that looks more like locker storage. So you're going to be able to, again, store a lot in those cubes. And then there is a drawer on the bottom. These are all metal. They're really sturdy. So it is a little bit more cost up front, but they are certainly going to last you a good long while. Something you may not have considered for a craft area or a creative space, but the Pax Wardrobe Storage is amazing. So speaking from semi-personal experience, my parents did a huge setup of Pax wardrobes in their previous house, and it was so great how you're able to customize everything to your needs. Obviously, if this is in a craft space, you may not need hanging space, but there's lots of ways to add shelving and drawers. I love that they have these flat drawers. Can you imagine having these filled with inks lined side to side? Or perhaps you're a jewelry maker and you want to have your beads organized there. I love the clear front drawers, and just the fact that they all come out so far that you can customize them. They have the slow close. You can customize the widths. I think that when I am planning my future craft room that is going to take up a whole basement, these will come in really handy. The other thing I really like is the height. You can take advantage of any height that you have in your space by picking one of these that goes all the way up. They also have beautiful doors that can cover them. If you are not a big fan of having your supplies out in the open, I'm a huge fan of glass doors, but look how you can just configure all of the different organization possibilities. I think this is a fabulous line to look into. Now it does add up as you're putting together some of the basic units and adding some different options. Look at the clear shelf right there, and you could have a ton of some of your favorite supplies right there, and look how it's just divided up. Can you imagine this filled with markers and crayons and all of the paints? I think it would be a lot of fun. It's going to add up as you're putting it together, so it is, while each piece may not seem like a lot, as you start to put it together, you're going to end up with a higher cost. So be careful as you are designing these pieces. I have talked about the kitchen islands that are available at IKEA before because I think they are fabulous for a craft space or a creative space. I happen to really like standing while I craft, so this would be perfect for me, but you could also get some stools and have friends over while you are crafting. I like that there is built-in storage. It's a great workspace, especially with this butcher block countertop. And then I really enjoy the two-tone colors of this kitchen island as well. The wood tone really warms up the space. Now these are going to be a few $100s. It is going to be a little bit more of an investment, but I do think that they're going to last a long time. If you think about it as a really quality desk that you are investing in, then it might make a little more sense. Let's stay in the kitchen area and talk about the possibility of putting custom kitchen storage into your craft space. Now, these aren't custom as in you can determine all the measurements, but there are so many options of finishes and sizes of cabinets, both upper and lower, that you can really create a space that is going to speak to you. If you've ever been to an IKEA, then I can guarantee you have spent time in the kitchen area opening and closing all of these drawers. They are just wonderful. There's different depths that you can choose. They have these soft close. I love how they come out really far so that you can reach everything in the drawer. I think that's kind of vital for a craft area. So many desks often don't come out the full way. Look at this one that even lights up as you open it. That is so amazing. You can divide up the drawers even more with some different storage options as far as what goes into the drawers. If you're working in an area where there's a corner, they even have these beautiful corner solutions. There are just so many options that you are really going to love if you are designing a new craft space. This one might be my dream with the light, and I happen to really like shallow drawers in my crafting area because I feel like I can see my crafting supplies a little bit better. There's all different combinations as far as drawers and door fronts. You can see I just love opening. They just open so smooth. This is going to be an investment. This is my absolute dream for designing my craft space. I would love to have cabinetry with a beautiful countertop to work on, and just being able to store all of my craft supplies in the most ideal way. Can you imagine? Look at these double drawers. If you had just, inks and stamps and everything stored together, organized perfectly, I feel like this would create a beautiful creative space, but certainly is an investment that you can work on designing online. Pieces that you do not have to design online but are a little bit more expensive are any of the cabinets that IKEA offers that have glass door fronts. I like them for two reasons. I'm a huge fan of being able to see my supplies, but having the glass in front of it protects your supplies from dust, from different elements that might get on your supplies. So this is a beautiful display cabinet. I can just see it filled with fabric and gorgeous display elements like yarn. I like the ones that are kind of half and half, like this particular one where it's glass on the top, and then on the bottom you have the doors that are solid, so you can have some less desirable supplies down below as I investigate this area. There's just lots of options. This one has a huge bin that fits inside of it, so I really enjoy any of the cabinets that have the glass doors. But again, they're going to be a little bit pricier just because of the glass element. So consider that as you're designing your space. Mixing and matching some of these more expensive pieces with some of the cheaper elements might be a great solution for you. Lighting is so important in any office or creative space. I actually use IKEA lights in my craft room for under cabinet lighting. That seems like a little bit of a splurge because usually we think of under cabinet lighting in kitchens, things like that. But if you have cabinetry in your space, even if you have a bookcase, lighting it is going to make it so appealing. It's going to make it easier to see your supplies, and there's lots of different options here. These are not as expensive as things you might find at like a Home Depot or Lowe's, so it's not a splurge in that way, but it's a splurge in that it's something just a little bit extra for your craft space. I really hope you enjoyed this little tour of some of my favorite IKEA splurges. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever splurged on an IKEA item and what was it? If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link the different items that I shared down below over to IKEA if you're interested in checking them out. A huge shout out to my Scrappy YouTube members. Thank you so much for your support and for allowing me to do some videos like this. If you are interested in becoming a Scrappy YouTube member, then make sure to click the join button or check the link in the description box. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.